profitable sports betting, line odds, and line movements, and shopping for line odds. The reason I'm doing this video is because on the Patreon page that I use to sell picks, give out picks, whatever you want to call it, subscription-based program, but a lot of people are complaining that, we don't do certain things and this and this and blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, crybabies is not your business, okay? And second of all, if you don't like it, leave, okay? But if you're on the Patreon page and you're bashing other people and saying bad things, you're not doing anything to help yourself make any extra money. The goal for this project that I started was to make a little bit of side money, have some fun, learn how to sports bet, and I spent the whole entire year learning and searching and researching and contacting everybody I know in the industry, one after another, and getting to the bottom of how Vegas works and how sports betting works and everything else. So in the beginning, I was just a money line bettor because I followed Zach, and I will tell you that, Zach did really good, but then after a while, it started to fade away. Some other guys I followed doing gematria, they were doing well, and they faded away. So it's one thing to do the codes, which I still do the codes. I know some of you guys accuse me of not posting them. I'm not going to post them. You don't need to know what they are if you're paying me. If you want to do them, fine. Or maybe I'll start a coding class and we can all jump on together and code together like I've asked in the beginning, but nobody seems to want to do that. So that's fine. That's okay. I'll continue to do what I do. If you don't like what I do, if you don't like me, my personality, whatever it may be, I really don't care. It's fine. So it's totally okay. Not everyone's going to like me, and I won't like everyone else, but I try to. I try to understand people's feelings and understand where they're coming from, and I get it. I get it. Zach is difficult to deal with. He's a good dude. If it wasn't for him, most of us would not be here doing any of this stuff. So please stop bashing people. Open your mind to the possibility of learning. If you learn more things, the time you spend texting and chatting online, going after each other, and blah, 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 you should use that time to try to make money. Because I've chatted last night with some guys, and they're not making money. I asked them, what do you guys do for... my question was, what's your expectation? Zach gives you these picks. They're all, minus 200 on the Chiefs, or they're, the Lakers minus 185 on the money line. The money lines are always a negative number. It's very rare the money lines are going to be a positive. It happens, but you'll find a couple a day. Most of them, they're going to be the favorites are going to be a minus. Why are they a minus? Because that's the line that Vegas sets for themselves. Why? So you, the gambler, the consumer, and I say gambler, and I'll explain why in a second. You, the gambler, think that it's weighing heavier on them to win, which is true. However, if they don't win, right, they're collecting big money from you. That's why they give you the odds they want to give you, not the odds you don't get to pick the odds. The odds are already set in stone. That's what they want. But they move. And when they move, you don't follow them, you could lose money very, very quickly. So what I wanted to do is show you guys a little bit about how line shopping works and show you guys a little bit about and the reason for that, like I said, is as gamblers, gamblers are not, they're like a loose cannon. Loose people that gamble are gambling, meaning their gamble means take a chance. Well, I don't like taking chances with my money. I protect my money just like I protect my woman. It's the same thing. So pay attention. Hope you get something out of this. If you don't like what I have to say right now, please just get off the channel, cancel the Patreon, go away. It's not the money I need. It's only a couple extra bucks I'm making. Now the parlays, yeah, I spend extra time, so I deserve more money. And guess what? We had 2 parlays again last night. I've hit well over 50 parlays and round robins this whole entire year, and I don't know anyone else has done that. I'm trying to figure. I have a whole file on my phone. I think what I need to do is make a video of all of them on my phone, and then just post them like just screen one after another. Boom, boom, round robin, boom. I hit 7 in a row on UFC a couple weeks ago. We had 6 wins out of 7 on UFC 28, I guess. That's 69. I don't know what it was. But it happens all the time. I hit a 10-team parlay. Oh, no one ever does that. Well, why am I hitting 50 plus? Because the codes work? I mean, let's go with that. So if you're gambling, I suggest you stop gambling, get a spreadsheet, and track what you're doing, because I didn't track stuff for a while and I won a ton of games. So I asked the community last night, what's your expectation? Is it 60%, 70%, 80%? What would make you happy if Zach produced wins or teams he picks, or I produce picks, or anyone else? Would you sign up for that service if it was at 60, 70, 80%? One guy said, yeah. He's like, 6 out of 10 is 60%. Okay, we've already got that established. That's not the question. The question is, are you winning? If it's 60%, are you winning money? Are you profitable? Did you track this? Because, I guarantee guys go, oh, I hear it all the time. When I was a kid, I used to hear, I heard, oh, man, I bet on this game. I got hosed, man. It's freaking rigged. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I took this line spread 2.5 points and I lost by a half point. Well, they kicked the field goal and they won. So you got screwed? Okay. We know sports are, call it rigged, call it fixed, whatever, to some extent. I still think there's some of it that's not. I think the teams have an idea what other teams are doing, and I think sometimes it just gets they make mistakes, right? They make it look good. It's entertainment. We all get that, and that's fine. It's still fun, but is it profitable? Your odds of being profitable are like 5%. So all you guys that are gamblers out there, you're probably not profitable. And I ask people, there's like 30 people in this group. How many people are profitable? One person responded and said, I know what I'm doing, and I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't need to know the lines and the odds and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, fine. Great. 20 years, you're awesome. But guess what? I said, do you have a spreadsheet? Are you profitable? He said, I have a spreadsheet, but I'm not profitable. Okay, there you go. Now, if he's the only one that spoke up and he was honest with himself and said, I'm not profitable, you know what that tells me? The rest of the people are probably not profitable. Or they're barely getting by, just breaking even. Like me, I broke even all the time. I'm like, why do I keep breaking even? I'd win some and break even. I wouldn't fall apart. I didn't lose my ass, which is good. But if it wasn't for Gematria, I wouldn't do this. I would never would have got into this in the beginning. It probably would have taken me a long time to start. However, so let's do some line shopping. Let's pick a team for the day. Sorry, you see some stuff pop up here. My day trading stuff. Let's say I go to who plays today. Oh, let's say the Lakers. The Lakers play today? I don't even know. Let's see if they're on here. Oh man, this is slow. How about the Mavericks? Oh, Jesus. We got to find a team that's playing today. I don't have my phone on me. Let's do it this way. Positive EV betting. Now, this is the OzJam channel, which we've been using for a while now, and I'm learning so much with this. I strongly suggest you sign up. It's 7 days for free. You can start making money right away. Now, remember, you're not going to have, because you have a 60% win rate, does not mean you're profitable by 60%. It means you're winning 60% of the time, but how much profit are you making? For example, when I was a kid, I worked at Pizza Hut. I asked my boss, I said, what kind of money does this place make in a month or a year? She goes, it's a 9% profit margin. I'm like, what does that mean? I was like 20 years old. She said, well, after all the profits come in, gross profits, you have like say 10,000 10,000 a day. After the employee cost, electricity, overhead, everything else, blah blah blah, taxes, they're only making 9% of $10,000. So in one day, times 9%, they're only making $900 a day profit. So you're thinking, oh, they make all this money. Look at all these people buying. No, not necessarily. It's money, but if you really put that in perspective, $900 times 365, $328,000. Good profit. Now, if you're betting, say, 10 games, right, and you win 70%, and they're all the negative money line, you lost 3, you might be barely getting by in profit. Now, with this other system I'm using, you could be, I think, at the minimum of like 38% and still profit. You're probably saying that's impossible. No, it's not impossible. Here's why. Now, this is the account I have just for this demonstration purposes. Since week 1 was just a couple days, just learning, wasn't good. But look at the difference. Look at this. profit. Week 3, not so good, profit, profit. Everyone has these weeks, right? You have to look at things over a long-term stretch. Don't be so simple-minded to think that, if I don't win today or tomorrow, the next day, oh my God, I'm screwed. Unless you're betting your full bankroll. If you have $100 and you bet 4 games at $25 each, and you lost 4 days in a row, you're an idiot. Just don't bet anymore. That means you probably have addictive personality, and you're probably just never going to be successful unless you change your mindset and discipline yourself to have a spreadsheet like this and track your progress. Okay, $470, almost $500, betting no more than third. I just started betting $30 per game. Right? Don't have a big bankroll, but I want to keep everything small and simple to show people $5 bets, $10 bets, $15, $20 bets mostly. $470 in 5 weeks? That's pretty good. So let's take 470 divided by 5 weeks. That's $94 a week. That's $5,000 a year divided by 12. $400 a month. If you can make $400 a month betting, you can buy a really nice car. I saw some nice cars out. I could buy I'm getting a Mustang soon, and that $400 right there in a month is going to pay for my Mustang, right? Simple and easy. Here's how many pending bets I have out there. Now, I don't suggest you have this much in pending unless you're using this system, because you're going to be in trouble. Because what we're looking at is positive lines, positive odds, the plus ones, the plus 165s, the plus 300s. We're looking for the money line stuff. We're not looking for minus 275s, minus 300s. Parlays, yeah, those are okay. You can do it on there because you're going to miss one anyway, but they add up as long as they're profitable. Look at the ROI. So what that means is your return on your investment of completed bets. So that means at the end of the day, year to date, when I first started, my return on my investment of how much I put in my bankroll and how much I bet, the difference is only 9.7%. Like Pizza Hut. There's proof in the numbers, just like gematria, just like finance. Remember, this is a financial market. This is not blue and red color football teams. This is Team A playing Team B. Switch your thinking. I'm telling you, switch your thinking. You have to. You have to be successful. The other big component of this is the line percentage of bets placed that beat the closing line value. What the hell's that? The closing line value is whenever at the start of the day, let's say today, who's playing? I don't know who's playing today. I haven't looked yet, but let me have a sip of my coffee. It's early in the morning. I'm really tired at work. I did videos all day yesterday. I posted some interviews. I have new interviews coming up. We're going to have a product we've been working on for a while. And the guy's going to introduce his new product. He's going to start once a week. We're going to start doing videos. And I'm going to try to do videos as well with you guys or whoever wants to in my community or any other community you want to. I'm going to start interviewing people who do gematria, people who do sports betting, so people can understand all the details of what it takes to be successful. It's the only way you're going to, if your odds are 5%, you don't have a lot of going against you. You got a lot going against you. It's like trying to be a pro baseball player. There's only 1,800 baseball players that play pro baseball? How many people want to be a pro? Think about that. Remember, all the people in your high school, maybe one out of 20 districts in your state, one of those guys might turn pro. That's it. Per year. So, not good odds. All right, closing line values. If you're beating the closing line values, you're profitable. You should be above 50%. So, let's go and say, okay, let's go positive EV. I mean, it's a positive EV bet, expected value. I expect the value of this game to be good. Zach always says there's not a lot of value on this game. If you take it anyway, what he's saying is not a lot of value on that game. I would have put on a small card somewhere. Why? So you don't lose your ass. I don't know what you guys do when you bet. No one sends information when I ask them. If you guys think you know it all, hey, cool, man. It's all good, right? I don't want you to pay me, though, if you're going to do that. Just go do something. Spend your $5-10 somewhere else, please. Make it well spent. So these lines, Pinnacle is the sharpest book in the world, right? So we're going to put everything. OddsJam just makes it Pinnacle. They just put OddsJam. It's the perfect line, meaning minus 110. So if tennis if it's Adrian Manarino versus Steve Johnson, if the line is plus 102 from a 110, that looks like something we want to look at. Click on the calendar. Look, under 22, plus 102. These two people, right? Now, what I do is I copy that because I'm very forgetful. Now it tells me how much of my bankroll I should use. I just put $1,000 on here. It's saying based on the odds of this game, the Kelly multiplier tells you how much the odds are, your percentage of winning based on the algorithm, off numerous calculations. A fraction of your bankroll to wager is 0.98%. That's only not even 1%. Amount to wager, $9.80, right? So I close that. I go to my little plus sign. I'm like, okay, well, I have to go to Barstool to place this bet, right? So if I go to Barstool, I'm going to bet, say, $20, and it's going to be under 22, right? Because remember, if the lines change from minus 110 to 102, that's a big plus. That's a good EV bet, a very good EV bet. Now look, it's over only 1%, right? Meaning you're only going to make maybe 1% on this trade, but that's okay. If you can make 1% profit every day, a 1% profit every day, and it compounds every day. I know a lot of people don't know what that means. We'll go through that another time. That means you're going to be very successful long term. You got to think long term. It's not like sign up, take someone's picks for 3 days, and you lose a couple days, and all of a sudden you're like, screw it, man, this guy sucks. And you jump ship, go somewhere else. You go over there, things are greener for a while. And it's kind of like you're breaking even, but you feel better about it. Your feelings don't matter. All this information is exactly the same as the stock market. The stock market does not give a shit what you think. It doesn't give a shit what you feel. It does what it does. Sports is the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. We're going to prove that throughout this next week. I want you to watch the videos coming up. I'll try to alert you when they are. I'll have the event set up. You can log on to Zoom with us, ask questions, talk to us, whatever. If you want to badmouth us and be jerks and trolls, that's fine too. We'll just have a good time laughing at you. So if you want to come on and do that too, it's cool. Excuse me. All I do is hit save, right? I go to my bet tracker, click my bets. These are my current bets I have pending. There we go. Peter's counting. This computer, I'm surprised, is still working. There it is. The 7th, Barstool, Adrian, 7th. Total games under 22. Odds plus 102. Now, this will catch up later. The CLV will pop in there. It'll turn green like this, like that. So if this is green, better than the closing line, it's a win. Look, minus, it changed on me. This was lower before. Now it bumped up. I lost. It happens a lot. So you got to be careful. These are some of the bets. I did not do CLV, just my own bets putting in. Testing the waters. I have a lot of those. But I have a lot of EV bets as well, too. So I hope everyone understands how this works so far. I'm going to try to break this down in small increments and do short videos so it's not too overwhelming. Because even though you might be a smart person or analytical, whatever, it takes a little bit of time to kind of understand the concept. So it's pretty simple. Now let's me try to get let's try to pick a team today. I mean, I'm trying to think who will play. 76ers. 76ers play today. Going once, doing twice. No. How about the Bulls? Oops. Bulls play today? There we go. Okay, look, Bulls and Suns. Another thing to think about is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but on my bet tracker, I have Barstool, MGM, Bet Rivers. I don't have Betway. I've got DraftKings, FanDuel. I don't have these ones here. I don't think I can. I have Unibet, but I don't use it much. So what that means is when you're searching for lines, you're searching for the most profitable line odds when you're sport betting. You have to find a good pick. So what we do is say, okay, well, on the money line, we're saying that 210 and 265 would be the significant one to look at here. Twin Spires. There's something wrong here. Normally this is Pinnacle. What we do is say, okay, Pinnacle is our guide. If this says 265 and these are better than 265, that'd be a good pick. Or if it's a plus 210, it's still a plus 210. It's still okay, but if it's 205, you don't want to bet on that platform. So if you don't have multiple platforms, you're setting yourself up for losing because, like I said, you're only getting lines on one platform. These sport books are competitive. Look at all these. These are all integrated into the system. If you didn't have this, let's say, like I said, let's say the Bulls are playing. The line says Bulls +6. Okay. So do we want to take the Bulls +6? Let's see. -108. Oh, look at that. Barstool, well, +100. Pretty good bet, right? Or if I don't have Barstool and Bet Rivers and all these other ones, I have to go up to my search FanDuel, type it in. You know how it times you out. These lines change constantly. I could probably go to this right now, Barstool, and that bet probably won't be there. It's a good chance because I'm taking my time, right? It depends on the time of day, depends on the movement, people coming in and out of games that they're playing or not playing. It really just depends. But it just gives you an idea of if you want to take the Bulls, you want to take them at the +100, either on Barstool or Bet Rivers. Now, do I want to take the Suns -112 and a +122? No. How about the Bulls 6.5? Now, if this is all 108s, it's pretty consistent, but I like that line better, right? So what you can do is go into the sport book. If it says Bulls are, say, 5.5, there's options. You can click on the options. You don't have to take 5.5. The sports book's going to offer you what they want to offer. So if they take they say take 5.5, and you take it, and it's a 140 going down to a 132. That's pretty good. But my point is, they want you to pick this line. Take that. Go and search spreads. Click on spreads. Go to the Bulls +6, and you'll find a 100. And the reason you do that is because let's say you took this pick, a -132, right? So you bet $10. You got to bet 132 to win 100. On this one, it's 100 to win 100, right? Much better odds. That's how you line shop. That's all I got for now. I hope this didn't sound very negative to most people or anyone else. If I offended, I apologize. That's not the goal. I'm just trying to get through some people that are disgruntled and pissed off. And, Martin, if you're out there, contact me, man. I want to help people. I'll show you what I do. I'll show you how we do it. We can go through this. If there's a 7-day trial for this, it costs money. It's about like $100 a month for the first tier, and it's like $199 for the second. But there's a code I have, Ken9646. You get 35% off. So if you have a bankroll that's even $100, right? Like I said, you're still going to be profitable. It might take you 2 months to recover your money, but that's okay. Try for 7 days. And then while you're on the trial, contact me. I've got a guy contacting me from Europe. He lost 60,000 euros last year. Now he's using the system. He's doing better. So it's all on what you want. If you want to be a gambler and just sit there and be mediocre forever and pretend like you're winning and pretend like when you win a game you want to shout off, I won the game, I picked it, I won by half point. Great. I don't hear anyone else talking about their losses. We talk about our losses all the time. We win some, we lose some. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Customers come and go in the store. Doesn't matter. As long as you're advertising in the store, people will come in. Same with sports betting. So, someone thinks that, Vegas makes a profit of like 60% a day. No, they only make about 5% a day. I've heard that 4 or 5 times now from multiple people in the industry. Imagine if they have $1 million on one team. Say it's the Bulls, one team, and $1 million on the Suns. They're collecting the vig or the juice. That's it. So 10% off $2 million is what? $2,000? Is that what it is? 2 times 0.02. I'm sorry. 2 million times times 0.1. 200 grand. I'll take 200 grand a day if they're making 10%. Now that'd probably be a perfect day. Remember, they have to cover both sides. If they get 800 grand on one side and $1 million on the other, and the Suns lose, they lost that $1 million. They're down 200 grand. So they got to make it up somewhere, right? All right, so I got. I apologize. It took a little bit longer than I thought. I was trying to do a 10-minute video, but apparently it didn't work. I talked too much. I got to shut up. Anyway, have a great day. Please subscribe to our channel, like the channel. If you have comments, everyone has comments. Speak up, good or bad, doesn't matter. We'll chat with you. Just don't be offensive about it. Be an adult, right? And we'll talk. And try the trial. Contact me. I'll help you get through it, and we'll go from there. Take care. Signing off for Gematria Sport Gods and our new OzJam program, how to be a profitable sports bettor on line changes and getting profit.